What's going on, everybody? It is Luke Beller with the Sideline Scoop, and in today's video, I'm going to be covering some of the key injuries coming into the Packers-Panthers game coming up tomorrow on Saturday. Most of this information, I believe, is from a Thursday injury report from both teams, so there probably will be maybe one more injury report, but I'm sort of going to break through, each player from each team, sort of the key injuries. But I also just want to let you guys know for about the next week or two, just because of Christmas and everything, I'm going to probably be posting every other day and maybe a couple times every 2 days, just so you guys, are aware and wondering, where's the video? That's sort of how that's going to go for the next couple weeks, and coming into 2021 in the new year, I'll go back to doing, how I usually do it. So when we start off here, first off, looking at this Packers team, honestly, the Packers are pretty healthy coming into the end of the season, which is definitely great to see, as we prepare for the playoffs. But the one guy who's going to be out tomorrow for the Packers is Jace Sternberger, tight end. He got a concussion back in Week 13 versus the Eagles. He's been dealing with that for a couple weeks now, and so he is going to be out for that game. Next guy, we got wide receiver Malik Taylor. He has a hamstring injury. He didn't play versus the Lions last week, so he's questionable coming into tomorrow's game. Next guy, we got Rashan, who, during that Lions game last week, he went down with a hip injury, but luckily it doesn't seem to be super serious, and it looks like he should be good to go tomorrow. Matt LaFleur said it looks like he's going to be good to go, and he has no injury designation right now, going into tomorrow's game. And recently he's been playing great for the Packers. He has 3.5 of his 5 sacks for the season in the past 4 games, so it's definitely, good to see him heating up recently as we get ready for the playoffs. And then there's about 12 other players who are listed as limited, but LaFleur didn't really have any serious concerns about those guys, so it's probably, the Packers just, letting guys rest a little, as we have played, so many games this season, letting guys heal up, and most of those guys seem like they all should be good to go. So now if we take a look at this Panthers side of the ball, of course the biggest one is Christian McCaffrey, which we touched on earlier in this week in the prediction and preview video. I'll link that down below if you guys have not yet seen that. But it was expected that Christian McCaffrey likely wouldn't be playing, and right now he is doubtful to play in Saturday's game. So I guess there's a chance he could play, but it doesn't seem like he's going to play. He's only played in 3 games this season so far, and so obviously, that's a tough blow for the Panthers because, Christian McCaffrey is definitely the best player on their team. They're paying him $16 million a year, so hopefully he comes back soon because honestly he's fun to watch. I wish him nothing but the best. The next guy we got for the Lions, they got left tackle Russell Okung. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but he has a calf injury, and he hasn't practiced for 2 consecutive days, and he's going to be questionable for tomorrow's game. And so if he can't play, obviously that gives another leg up to this Packers defense, with Zadarius Smith over there, and that Packers entire defensive line, if that Lions line isn't healthy. And then we got another guy on their offensive line who is injured. Guard Dennis Daly has a concussion, and he has 12 starts so far this season for them, but he is going to be doubtful. So if they're missing their left tackle and one of their guards, that's definitely a big leg up to this Packers defense that has been getting, lots of pressure in the past couple weeks, against the Eagles, against the Lions. Obviously, those aren't the best teams in the NFL when it comes to, allowing sacks, but still the Packers have been performing well recently. So if those guys are out, you'd have to assume that trend would continue this week for the Packers. So then a couple other guys who are questionable coming into tomorrow's game for the Lions. We got safety Trey Boston, hamstring injury. Defensive end Austin Larkin has a shoulder injury. Defensive end F.A. Obata, I don't know if that's how you say his name. He has a knee injury. And then wide receiver Curtis Samuel has a hamstring injury. So those are all of the major injuries for tomorrow's game. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like it down below. If you want to see some more NFL content, subscribe to the channel. That's going to be all for today, and I'll see you guys on the next one.